Hello and welcome to Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo. I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs Football Club. And in today's video, I'll be talking about the 4 players who are linked with the move to Kaizer Chiefs in this upcoming January transfer window. Will Chiefs sign them? Well, let's talk about them and see who they are, how much they cost, and what they would bring to the team. So the first player that we have is aboutLatest, who's playing for Marumo Gallants right now. Now, this links of aboutLatest to Chiefs comes after Uzwane said something about the fact that we need someone who's going to take the load off Usekhota because he's the only one who's playing down that left wing, which also says a lot about the position Gamahlats at this point at Chiefs Uguti. Because he's not been impressive at all. Now Chiefs is looking to find someone who's going to help Usekhota on that side, who is not uMahlatsi. So that player njengamanje that it's been reported, it's aboutLatest. He's 26 and he plays as a left wing. But now, first of all, with him on that side, should see if he does play on that side, he'll be cutting in, which is against what Polalga Zwane usually is, because he usually plays umuntu on the side, like in a way that, for example, Sekhota is left-footed, so he plays on the left wing so that he can play out swinging crosses. On the right, he plays with Dupree, who goes out wide and then can play out swinging crosses. I guess if aboutLatest were to sign for Chiefs, then it would be cutting in, because as we said on at the weekend, Uguti, the problem that seemed to be persisting with Sekhota Uguti, players know Uguti he's going to try to go out wide and attack that wide space and then play crosses in. So players, they make sure Uguti they close him in and they force him to get inside and cut in, because they know Uguti his right foot is weak. And that's a problem. So by bringing in aboutLatest, then that means there might be a change, because Uzobe Umdlali who's cutting in. The problem with him though is that it's also been reported Uguti Pirates are in the race. And we know once there is a race for any player against the Chiefs is likely not going to pay, because the other person's going to bid more, or if a team doesn't like the Chiefs, they're not going to give the player to the Chiefs. And if you look at the Pirates right now, I saw a lot of people were complaining about how Uhoto is not playing well in that left wing position, yada yada. So that means there's a position open for the Pirates in that side, because as well Uloch plays as a number 10 and Upule these days when you are a scheme. So there is a place for aboutLatest Pirates. And I don't think Chiefs can promise him the same, because Bazot no Usekhota with the potential of taking a scheme from him. But he is worth 5 million according to transfer market. And if he's worth that much, I am wondering, will Chiefs pay that much money, especially in January? Because we know that January is usually like ama-signings okuphesha, not really ukuthi suke kuthengwa like a marquee signing. It's usually just to good, okay, we need this temporarily for the last 6 months of the season and then we move on. But do I see this happening, especially in January? I certainly don't, because of the fact that Pirates are involved and the fact that he's worth 5 million in general. So yeah, that's my thought. I don't know what you think. And the next person is Upule Modi. Oh, how many times have we talked about Upule Modi? Chiefs wants Upule Modi. He's 29, experience. He's had a good start to this season. And Arrows said they asked for less than 2.5 million for Modi. That was before Ifomiake became so good. That was before he became so good this season, because now he has scored, last I checked, I don't know how many goals. Last I checked, it was 4. I think it's more now, or it's still the same. Regardless, he is on a good form and is playing well. The thing for Arrows, Uguti, would they rather take 2.5 million in January or risk losing the player for free in June? That's the big question, Uguti. Would you rather take 2.5 million and then maybe find a way of closing his space, or would you just say, let's utilize him for the remaining 6 months? I think that will depend on where Arrows is on the log, because if they are number 14 and they see we can't let go of such a good player, but if they are around the 10th 11th place, closer to the top 8, then they will know okay, we have a way of stopping Uguta Angaham. However, there is this player, I forgot his name, who's playing for Pirates, who asked to be loaned out to Arrows. So if that move happens, then that might lead to Umodi being open to moving. However, the problem is Pirates are also in the race for Umodi. In the same way that they are in the race for Otladisa, they are also in the race for Modi. And knowing Uguti, this player, I forgot, sorry, Angazumakwe, who wants to move to Arrows. If that happens, then there might be some sort of a swap deal. Uguti, we'll pay some money and then give you this player on loan, and then you give us Umodi. We give you some money value for a player who's leaving in 6 months, and then we give you a player to replace him who's good quality. He's playing for Pirates, for crying out loud. So again, this thing, let deal Oguqala, it fell through in the previous transfer window, and now it's happening with competition involved, and if Pirates have something to give to Arrows. So do I see this move happening again? Unfortunately, no, because yes, he would bring a lot to Chiefs. He would bring experience, he would bring a calmness, because we need that. We need to have players who are not just going to panic all the time. We need players who have been playing in the PSL, and knowing Uguti Arrows Vele were ready to let him go tells me Uguti even selling him to Chiefs wouldn't have been a problem, because they were anticipating Uguti, they were about to lose him, but they didn't. So yeah, inking Chiefs right now would be the fact that Pirates already has a good relationship with the Arrows and we don't. So yeah, ne? Kuba tough guys. If you're enjoying this video, please do subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed, and if you are subscribed to this channel, please do like this video. It helps YouTube spread this content to more people like you. And please vote for some gay here. The competition is in 5 days, guys, and we're at 1,900 and something votes. If we get 70 more votes and we get to like 2,000, I'll stop showing a picture. I'll show other things, because nzobe sending Siziles I figure good 2,000 votes. So thank you so much. I'll pin the link to voting on the comment section and also on the description. Okay, moving on to link number 3. Junior Mendieta, 23 years old. He plays for Stellenbosch. Okay, we have a player like Mendieta being linked to Chiefs, who is good quality. There's no two ways about it. He's very good. We've seen him playing against the Chiefs. Some people can also say Vele players always perform better when they are playing against the Chiefs. But I believe Uguti is a good player. I have not watched him play against another team, but I've watched him play against the Chiefs, and he performed well in the first game. In the second game, we had a strategy for him, so he was a bit quiet. The problem that I have with this Uguti, would Stellenbosch sell him? Yes, we have a good relationship with Stellenbosch, so that's a plus on our side. Another plus is the fact that we are the only team, Kaizer Chiefs, who are apparently looking to sign him. The first problem is that he is worth 8.5 million. 8.5 million. We are talking about Kaizer Chiefs here. We're not talking about Sundowns. We are talking about Chiefs. Do you honestly see Chiefs spending 8.5 million on a 23-year-old who can come to Chiefs and, just like Mahlatsi, be under pressure and not produce results? Do you actually see that? Because this season, it's like his breakthrough season that he's performing with Stellenbosch. So for Chiefs to go and spend 8.5 million on a winger, Osemngane, who might do the same thing that has happened to Omahlatsi, I don't see how this is happening. I honestly don't. And I know 3 out of 3 transfer links I've said they won't happen. I don't think it will happen this one either, because I mean, honestly, 8.5 million Chiefs age yak, I don't know. And last but not least is uSibongiseni Mthethwa, 28 years old, worth 3.5 million, and he plays for Stellenbosch. Angiyazi ukuthi you are waiting for me to say no, they're not gonna sign him. Probably not. Reason being ukuthi right now Chiefs has Uplom playing in that position, and as a backup there is Ukol Alexander. As a backup there is also the young Zwane, there is also Unange, who's not playing much this season, and the Chiefs Maitanda just plays either Umat or Stebe in that position. So also because of that fact, ukuthi would Chiefs just spend 3.5 million on a defensive midfielder ekubeni kuna bigger problem yokuthi we don't have a striker? You see what I'm saying? And the other problem that we have is the fact that Stellenbosch, uSibongiseni Mthethwa, is such a key player right now, Stellenbosch. And if you just sell that player, you might as well sell your status as well. Uguti, okay, we sold our best defender to Chiefs, and then we sold our best striker to Chiefs, and then now we're gonna sell our best defensive midfielder to Chiefs. Why not just call it Kaizer Chiefs Development Club while you at it? Because at the end of the day, I think as much as money talks, it also matters with how your team looks like. Because right now we're looking at Super Sports and we're saying, they've become a development Chiefs. I don't think Stellenbosch, even nice Swallows, as the teams that we have a good relationship with them, would always just want to produce players and ship them off to Chiefs, because I believe they're an ambitious team who also want to win certain things. So with all these links, I don't think Chiefs would end up signing any of these players, because we are cheap. For the first two, it's because we won't spend that money, and then for the last two, it's because especially Mthethwa, he's needed by his team, and Umendiet, I don't think the Chiefs could take that risk. I think if anything that should be done by Chiefs right now is look for someone who will provide the competition for Pimengimana, because right now the way he's missing chances, it's only a matter of time before his confidence drops, and then if you have a striker without confidence, then the whole thing crumbles, because a team, as we have seen, has been kind of built around him. And if Yana is not functioning and is not getting some rest for someone to come in and take some weight off him, then Soban King. What do you think, guys? Do you think any of these four moves will happen? Let me know down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video, and until next time, remember, equals Alpelum Oya.